Hey, I want to share a story with you. It's a true story, actually, about what it really takes to get to that next level in your career. It's all about a common frustration, one single piece of advice, and a choice that literally changed everything.
So let's just jump right in with a question. Have you ever felt this? You're doing incredible work, you're innovating, you are easily one of the best on your team, but when it's time for promotions, somehow your name just isn't on the list. It is so frustrating, right? And that's exactly where our story begins.
So this brings us to a situation that honestly plays out in offices all over the world. It's the story of a brilliant coder who is just completely stuck, and he's learning the hard way that being great at your job technically isn't always the whole picture.
Okay, so let me introduce you to James. By any and every technical measure, this guy was an absolute star. His code? It was beautiful. His solutions were often game-changing. He was the person that people went to with the really tough problems because they just knew he could figure it out. On paper, you'd think, this guy is the perfect candidate for a promotion.
But paper isn't reality. And these numbers, they really tell the story of his frustration. In just 3 years at the company, James was passed over for a promotion 4 separate times. This wasn't just a fluke. It wasn't bad timing. It was a pattern, and it was really starting to get to him.
So what was the reason they gave him? It was this piece of feedback that I think many of us have heard, and it is just so maddening. He lacked leadership presence. What does that even mean? It's so vague, it's totally subjective, and for James, it was this stinging critique that gave him absolutely no idea what to do next.
At this point, you can imagine James was ready to quit. He felt totally unseen, completely undervalued. But just before he decided to walk away, a conversation he had with a friend, a mentor really, gave him this one piece of advice that was about to completely reframe his entire career.
And this was it. This was the simple truth. They promote people who already act like leaders. See, James realized he was waiting. He was waiting for the title to give him permission to start leading. But his friend's advice just flipped that whole idea on its head. You don't get the title and then start leading. You start leading, and that is how you earn the title.
So right then and there, James made a really important decision. He decided he wasn't going to change his technical work. That was already excellent. Instead, he was going to focus all his energy on changing his presence. He was going to start acting like the leader he wanted to be, right now.
And this really shows that mindset shift perfectly. He went from waiting for permission to just leading. He stopped asking questions in meetings just to prove how smart he was. Instead, he started asking the questions that actually mattered, the ones that helped the whole team understand the problem better and move projects forward.
So what did this look like in practice? Well, his actions became his proof. He started speaking up in meetings, not to take over, but to offer really valuable insights. He started actively mentoring the junior developers on his team. And maybe the biggest thing of all, he started taking responsibility when things went wrong, not just taking credit when things went right. Now that is a true sign of a leader.
And you know what's wild? The impact was so fast. This wasn't some 5-year plan. From the moment James made that conscious choice to start acting like a leader, it only took about 6 months for everyone's perception of him to totally transform.
Which brings us to the end of his journey. And yeah, he got the reward he was after. He got that promotion. But the real prize, the thing that really mattered, was the powerful lesson he learned along the way.
So yeah, the promotion finally came through. But here's the most important part. It wasn't because he became a different person. He was still the same brilliant coder he always was. The only difference was that through his actions, he finally let everyone else see the leader that was there all along. He just had to decide to let him out.
And that's really what this whole story boils down to. Leadership isn't some rank you're given. It's not something you just wait around for. It is a conscious choice, a decision that you make every single day in how you show up, how you interact, and how you contribute.
So I'll just leave you with this. James made his decision, and it completely changed the course of his career. So the real question is, what leadership decision will you make tomorrow?